welcome to YVS Podcast. My name's Ari.
And I'm Toni. And this week we're talking about
The Divine Feminine. So, how you doing, Sally?
Are we gonna do that now? I've always wanted to do that. It has been like a really long, hard week. Dude, and things are happening just like so quickly now, and I think just like the pandemic in the beginning of the year, everything went by like so super slowly. And now, like my job, I'm like, I can't handle this workload, and it's not even anything that I
like
normally would be doing. And I'm just like overloaded. I can't even deal. It's just crazy.
How have your dreams been?
I've been having some crazy dreams.
Yeah?
Too. I should get a dream journal.
Hell yeah.
They make apps for that. I don't even have to buy
just a piece of paper, you know?
A piece of paper!
A piece of paper does it.
Oh my god. Yeah, I should journal. Because I know I had one last night, but I can't remember specifically. But they're in the morning and like throughout the day, I do remember them, which is weird for me. Because normally when I have a dream, even if it's like really weird, I'll forget it.
Yeah, I go through phases where I remember them and where I forget them. Mm-hmm. Right now I'm remembering them because they're so strange, but...
Let's talk about your dreams.
Well, we didn't even hear about yours yet.
Oh, I don't remember mine.
Oh, that was the conclusion
really
of that.
hard. I could probably remember it. But no, this has been going on... Oh, okay. Have you ever heard of the theory or the concept of like sleeping in different directions? Sleeping north.
Uh-huh.
Sleeping east. So, we were having terrible sleep for months. Just waking up all night, not being able to go to sleep, nightmares, just terrible sleep in general. And we changed the direction of our bed. Well, actually, we left the bed and we just started sleeping north.
We need to have a feng shui episode.
Yeah, we should.
Bring my Bagua map.
But it's like, it fixed it. It
really?
fixed everything. That's the only thing we did. We just changed the direction that our heads were.
That's incredible. I did the same thing. I actually didn't know. I know that, like, Josue tells me when he sleeps on the left side of the bed, he has nightmares. And I was like, this kid is out of his mind. And it's all in his head. But no, like, we used to sleep, I don't know what direction it was, but the wrong direction. And now both, like, our bed and Jade's bed is, like, facing the same way now. And I sleep a lot better. I don't, like, used to I would be up all night long. And now I'm like, it's bedtime. I lay down and I fall asleep.
I wonder if there's like actual scientific studies, because
there should be if there isn't. And I've been having like more vivid dreams, but I don't know if I would. Some of them are a little bit like nightmares, but it's like they're violent, but I'm okay with the violence. So I'm just like,
it's a dream though.
Hide the bodies. Or actually, my most recent murder dream, I was just like, they were like, should we hide the bodies? I was like, no, just leave them. Yeah. He was a bad guy, okay? He was a bad guy in my dream. But
I remember what my dream was.
Oh, good.
It was really weird. It wasn't anything super weird. I was just like up in a tree, and there were like two dogs that were like friendly. I think they were like trying to save me or something.
Oh.
Yeah, weird.
Interesting. You should
but it was like
dog symbolism in your dream.
Ooh. Usually, see, that's why I should journal, so I could then like.
So you can look up the things, yeah. I know it has to do with loyalty and commitment, committed relationships. So maybe...
These were dogs that I knew in my real life, though.
Oh. Maybe
like I knew who they were when they came up to me, and I was just like, I'm fine.
Are they alive?
Yeah.
Because dead dogs will, like, sometimes your dead dog will come visit you in your dream. Yeah.
My
sometimes they're waiting for you.
Never ever dies, but
right.
I hope he comes to visit me.
No, sometimes they'll be waiting for you when your soul is like, you know, being
jump
free,
up on you.
And they're like, let me help you. I'm like, Pootie is gonna be there. He's gonna be waiting for me. but yeah, no, my dreams have been really weird. One, I'm gonna talk about the Satyrs dream. I had a dream recently where I think my guides were definitely trying to get me to pay attention to this Saturn transit that is happening, because they brought it to me in a really weird way that made me remember it, because I was like talking to this guy, I guess one of my guides, and
one of my guides,
you know, one of my homies over there, right here. I was like, what do I need to know about satyrs? And he was like, what? I was like, what do I need to know about satyrs? And then again, what? I was like, what do I need to know about Saturn? There's my masculine voice. And he was like, come this way. And he was like, now I hear you. And he took me to this room where there were all of these people in like hospital beds. And he was like, some people know what needs to be done, but they're too afraid to do it. You're not afraid.
Did you have to like pull the plug?
I didn't do anything, but then he just started like mowing them down. Like, with like just bust out a machine gun. Like, he's like shooting all these people. I don't understand that part of the message entirely, but I definitely remembered it, and that made me look up like more in depth this like Saturn transit that's happening, and it is hugely life changing.
You gotta kill a bunch of people.
Maybe those are like my demons or something. I gotta like mow my demons down. I don't know. But then I had this other dream that was, I think, a message for maybe for like our journey here in this podcast, because there was like, I just saw this girl and there was these huge waves, but she was just like balled up like a little egg, and she was just riding the waves like a little egg. I don't know why, it's like she was egg-like in her shape. And so even though the waves were like crazy hardcore, she was just like, yeah, no, it's cool.
Oh my
She
God,
had
it's
a
like
super,
when you're on the
serene...
trampoline and
Yeah.
you like make yourself into an egg.
like a little popcorn person. Yeah. So that was her, and she went through all the waves, and I watched her transition from like the into like being able to just float on the waves. And then she got like to the end of whatever the end was, to the other side.
The waterfall.
Yeah, no, it was like to the other island, and she was just still...
I hope that's about us, because we're like
we're in the waves right now.
Yeah, and then hopefully we'll just be like,
okay, now we're floating. Yeah, I had that one, and then there was another like catamaran dream. There's been a lot of ocean type wave riding, and like I've been hanging out with a lot of surfers in my dreams.
oh
Yeah, and so it's been really groovy, because it's been a while since I've remembered my dreams, like I have been recently.
I was just gonna say, like, do you just remember these, or have you been writing them down, or like literally just remembering them?
Sometimes I'll jot down a couple notes, but I need to be better about, because I know there's things that I remember when I wake up, and I'm like, yeah, I'll remember that later.
That's me. Maybe we'll
do.
have like, we'll start writing them down, and we'll have like a dream segment. What were your dreams about this week?
Here we go.
Oh my God. Run it up.
I mean, if I feel like it's because I'm connecting more and more with my deeper levels of intuition, my divine feminine.
There it is.
Here she is. Speaking of which, we need to pull her card.
Okay.
Oh, I'm excited. Okay, we need to be like the egg woman. And
That's part of, isn't that part of it?
the
Still
egg woman?
Tranquil. No. Oh my God, that was loud. No, I just meant like being more chill.
Yeah.
The egg
We
woman.
need to be like the egg woman was one, because the fact that we're talking about it now, that was one of the messages for our divine feminine episode. Everything is connected, Tone Boner. Everything. Okay? Everything is wait, what was it?
These intertwine and then these touch.
Everything.
Join our cult.
It's not really a cult. Don't listen to her. We just found this and thought it was cool.
It's kind of vagina-y.
Yeah, it's vaginal. It's vaginal by nature. Welcome to the Divine Feminine episode.
Oh, I'll just video Photoshop if that's a thing. It's permeating.
Shouldn't you be the one that knows if that's a thing?
Some sort of video Photoshop.
So today I got a new deck for this episode in particular, and because I just love new oracle cards. Why? But this is the Legendary Ladies Goddess deck. Very appropriate. By Anne Shen.
I am into that deck.
Yeah.
As soon as you whipped it out, I was like,
I'm like, okay,
oh,
we have to do
boy.
the Divine Feminine episode. Yeah, we had some Mercury retrograde confusion about what episode
we
were gonna
each
do
like
today.
researched different episodes, because even though we had specifically emailed about which episode we were gonna do, and then we just both went off in different. I went off in a different.
No, we both did. I was confused too. I was like, which one is it supposed to be? I almost researched the other one.
The other one.
Ooh,
know what
mystery.
it is.
Where do we live?
I hope
Do we
that's
shave?
still going on. I hope nobody ever finds out.
I feel like we've given like too many clues. Okay. All right. Wonderful feminine goddess energy, angel spirit guides, ancestors. What is Yoni's message?
What does Toni have to say?
Yoni have to say for today's episode? Let's see. I'm waiting for the click. I'll know when it's time. It's time. Oh my. Hell. Rebirth. That
Oh my!
is really beautiful and appropriate for Halloween, you know? This is
Oh my God,
this
look
is the
at
month of
this
October.
one. Dude, they're so beautiful.
Yeah,
They're
and
also-
they're
oh
all
my
about
gosh.
Artemis, independence. Now we are rebirthing today. Oh, well, that's the bottom of the deck. Also relevant. Why not? I know.
Just
I
put
know.
in both.
You know, why not?
We'll put her down there, and then we'll put hell right here.
Top of the deck, bottom of the deck. All right. I'm glad those were two goddesses that I can pronounce because I was going through and there are some that I was like,
tough ones.
I might have to Google this. All right. Let's see what the book has to say. I feel like I need to sneeze.
I thought you said WTF. I thought you said what the fuck has to say.
Let's see what the fuck the Yoni has to say. Okay. Hell. Here we go. Rebirth. So this would be, if I were to say like what card in the traditional tarot, it would be the Death card. The Death card is about transformation and rebirth, like the phoenix. Origin, Norse. It's time to relinquish and release what isn't working for you. It's always difficult to acknowledge an ending, but Goddess of Death, Hell, is here to remind you that it's the only way to find yourself at a new beginning. We need to release. That is part of the divine energy, is releasing toxic patterns, toxic relationships, and just bad habits. I've been wanting to release some bad health habits, like eating way too many sweets. So maybe that's one of the things. And then we have this beautiful Artemis card about independence, which is a little more uplifting than the Hell card. But all is all. All is good. All is great. All is grand. Let's go to Artemis. Independence. Origin is Greek. Now is the time to go it alone or declare your independence.
INDEPENDENT. Do you know what that means?
You're getting protection and guidance from Artemis, goddess of the wilderness. Explore nature or commune with the moon to find more answers. We have been talking about that feminine moon energy. And the divine feminine does connect a great deal with nature spirits. And if you want to connect to your divine feminine, you could go out in nature. You can meditate and imagine yourself surrounded by all of the divine goddess nature energies. I think of the Empress card in the tarot because it's all about fertility and nature and being compassionate and very fertile. Very fertile card. Yeah, usually if you're pregnant, you're gonna pull the Empress card. Yeah, good to know, right? You need me to do a reading for you, Mama? I'm gonna put it over your womb. I'm just gonna like slap the Empress card on your. So how would you How do you connect to your divine feminine?
Okay. The biggest thing that's resonating for me would be bathing. Taking
Samesies.
a bath. Especially, well, under any moon, but under a full moon.
Yes, you're all
Especially.
about the full
I
moon
love
bath
taking a bath
time.
on a full moon. But,
I love it. That's like
yeah.
the self-care aspect of it. I feel like when I'm doing the, like, connecting more with my divine feminine, self-care is the major part of it.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I've neglected that a lot.
It's part of like healing your inner child too. That's also part of it, which is self-care, but on a way more deep, way deep level.
Yeah, we'll have a healing your inner child episode someday.
We gotta. But yeah, the moon is so closely related to water, and the moon. If I'm ever thinking of divine feminine energy, the moon is the first thing I think about because
she's a her.
She's a her. Think about the moon cycles, and then corresponding to our cycles, and just its connection to water and fluidity.
I feel a lot of water energy, and so it helps to connect with the water, and I feel like bath time is really, I love baths. Like, I love shower baths. It's like I take a shower, but I sit.
I used to do that when I was a kid a lot.
Yeah. And like sometimes I'll like fill the tub up and do the whole thing, but most of the time I just want to feel like I'm outside in the rain, but like with warm rain.
Oh, it's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, because rain's always freezing cold.
I know. It's like, why can't it be like this all the time everywhere? But
when I was a little kid, I had like a really crazy imagination, and so when I would take a bath, I would lay flat and like so this is the water around me.
Yeah.
And then you know how your hair kind of goes like all crazy and like just surrounds the tub, and then I would go side to side.
It's beautiful.
I don't know, that just kind of connects to feminine energy
the water.
for me. Yeah.
I mean, I see the visual. I see like your goddess hair flowing. It's beautiful. Whenever I tell people that I like meditate in the shower, they're like, I don't get it. Like, what do you mean you meditate in the shower? I think they think I'm standing, so that's probably it. I forget that other people don't like sit down and take a shower like while sitting. It's either like it's a bath or it's a standing shower.
I remember that, what was it, Thanksgiving, and your mom was just like feeding me tequila, and it was before we ate, so like I didn't eat all day, right? Because it was Thanksgiving. I was like, I gotta be hungry, so she's feeding me tequila all day, and then I got so ripped.
Yeah.
And then you put me in the shower. I remember it was like the sweetest thing, and you were like,
"That's what we do."
You were telling me, I was just like throwing up in the shower, and you're like, "Do you want to get out and throw up in the tub, in the toilet?" I mean, I know it's like warm and beautiful in the shower, but
I mean, I always used to puke in the shower when I would get shitty. I think that's why I would, like, intuitively, divine femininely, I was like, put her in the shower.
I know, and I felt that I couldn't communicate it because I was just so freaking wasted, but I was like, that. I felt so taken care of and like so mothered, and I was like, I'm gonna get advice. Call Carlton to come pick me up. I remember that. I remember like, somebody call Carlton. The shower was feeling so good though, like better than any shower I had ever taken. I was just like,
oh yeah,
you did this to me.
You
are healing me. Yeah.
That's beautiful. I was really in my divine feminine in that moment.
You were like, I know exactly what she needs.
Nurture this girl. She needs it.
I needed the full Thanksgiving meal is what I needed. But
I know, right? I just remember I have this like clear visual. I feel like maybe we were like decorating cookies or something. I don't know, but I have this clear visual of like putting like either you or somebody put the tequila shot like on your plate. Like on your plate. I was like, what are you doing?
That was the point, because it was like a very,
it was blackout after that.
Like I was all right before that, and then it was as soon as we sat down to eat and they were like praying or something.
You're like, whoa, this is too much for me. Yeah. Good times.
Yeah.
So, the divine feminine energy
Yes.
has a lot to do with tequila.
If I had to pick a drink, an alcohol,
Really?
to
That would be the one?
tequila. Yeah.
Tequila is like a party
would be
girl drink, I
yours?
guess.
Because it's not like whiskey.
I mean, it would
like a
be like
man's
some
drink.
sort of a wine, I would say, because,
Oh.
you know, you're going hard liquor. I see, like, yeah, that, like, red, it would be like a red wine. Maybe, let me think of what red wine? Shiraz. No.
Maybe like champagne.
Ah, a little bubbly. A little bubbly femme energy.
I just, because it's like gold.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. I just think of a lot of male rappers that really like champagne, so
Damn them.
yeah, and they don't
Strippers.
drink. They think they're too good for red wine, so maybe I don't know. I'm sticking for. I understand your champagne. I'm gonna stick with my red wine. A little
I went
Merlot.
to straight tequila first.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that was like not your divine feminine. That was like your like I don't know, like party girl,
club
femme.
girl,
Club girl feminine. What's up? Quack.
Party girl.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Oh my God.
So ideally, a person embodies both, hopefully, equal parts divine feminine and divine masculine. The divine feminine energy lives on the left side of your body, and the divine masculine lives on the right side of your body. So the feminine side is your receptive side, it's your intuitive side, it is how we connect with our inner stillness and how we're able to be supportive for ourselves in like a calming way, in a more internal way. The feminine is more internalized thought and emotion, whereas the masculine side is more about action and drive and passion and creating in the physical realm. And then the feminine side is more about receiving in our internal realm. We are going to have an episode on the divine masculine, so we're not going to get too much into that today. But yeah, so some people think that you can only embody goddess energy as a woman, but goddess energy lives within all of us. I would like to hear more men talk about channeling their goddess energy. Like, I was really in my goddess energy when I stood up to my boss. Like, well, because it's feminine, just because it's your divine feminine doesn't mean that you can't also be strong. So there have been goddesses throughout time that were super strong. Talking about you, Cleopatra. Got my cat eye for you.
She's in the camera.
She's with us, okay? I'm just like when I'm talking to you, I'm talking to you.
Just know that I'm really talking to Cleopatra.
Yeah, like I'm really like I feel like I was channeling her energy today. I love Cleopatra. She was so powerful, but she wasn't afraid to wear a little makeup. I think that was one way that I want to talk about how I have been like channeling more of my femininity is, and you don't have to wear makeup just because you're a woman. I think like our natural beauty is beautiful, and I love to embrace my natural beauty. And the curves of my body is like another way, just accepting this is my body and it is a goddess's body. It's all good. It's all Gucci. My gooch is gooch.
Well, this is your physical body.
Right.
And then you have a spiritual body.
Exactly.
As well. And the divine energies transcend gender. So, yeah, because I know that I have a lot of masculine energy. But when you're thinking of like a man, you don't really typically think of them encompassing any sort of divine feminine energy.
I have been around a lot of men that embody a lot of feminine energy.
I am the opposite. And it kind of annoys me because they always have to be like,
I mean, I've experienced that too. I guess I've had like both ends of the spectrum. They're either like very
Yeah.
masculine, yeah,
Like one or the other.
you know, I just need to be the egg. I need to be the egg on the
You
wave.
just need to be the egg floating in the water.
And I've had the opposite effect where I get annoyed with the like
When
really
they're too
feminine.
feminine?
Yeah, like I'm like, oh, you were so
I can't
soft.
even imagine.
I can't make jokes at you because you're so sensitive, and it's like I'm super sensitive. I think my sensitivity is part of my like feminine aspects, is that I'm very receptive, I'm very empathic, and so like two receptive empathic people can be a lot of feminine energy.
I think for me, maybe a lot of times I'm kind of pressing the divine feminine energy down, and then when she comes out, it's kind of like an explosion. And I'm always like,
she's
what are
warrior
these
feminine.
emotions?
Yeah.
I need to be that egg.
I was about to say, like, am I just gonna talk about the egg the whole time? This is like sweet potato chakra all over again. I did talk about Cleopatra as being like
Makeup.
my homie.
And how
Aphrodite is another one that I really resonate with. Greek goddess Aphrodite. So she's associated with love, beauty, and pleasure, passion. So I was thinking earlier, I was like, a passion. Passion is such like, I don't know, like a masculine energy, but no. Our divine feminine is passion. I feel like passion and creation, and it's like the creation before the physical creation in the world. It's like the feminine is like the little, she's like in the back of your mind and your body with her little cauldron, throwing in all of her beauty and love and everything while you're like creating. I'm just thinking about your baby being like brought into the world, like created in my divine feminine mind, and then like into your body. Do that with my sister too. I'm sending out the vibes.
I'm gonna do that to you too. You're not ready.
I got step works for me. Step is all good.
I think you're thinking of, for divine masculine, I think you're thinking of the doing energy.
Right.
Not so much like passion, but they love to do. And then the feminine is more of like, we love to be.
Right. Yeah, just be in your energy. Be in that moment, that divine moment. You don't have to be doing. I think I subconsciously connect with my divine feminine because I do a lot of like not doing.
Like, can I just be?
A lot of like in my head type stuff, you know? So I've been just like
divine feminine. Very
stroking,
phallical shape.
Phallic. Oh. When you're connecting with your divine feminine, that is essentially your intuition. So that's how I see it, at least. So when you're guiding yourself on your path and you're wanting to embody this goddess energy, it lies within your intuition. It lies within your inner voice. Your internal voice is your divine feminine. So we're about to hear your internal voice become your external voice.
I'm about to hear it for the first time in my life, so I'm looking forward to it. Let's connect to our divine feminine, which is inside all of us, regardless of our gender or our perceived gender. Allow yourself to be vulnerable and open. Connect to the energy that surrounds the moon as well as Venus, and bring it down from the universe into your core, down into your sacral chakra, and allow it to spread throughout your whole body. The energy is warm and gentle. It flows slowly. Feel this energy nourishing and nurturing you like a mother. And feel the warm hug gently caressing you. The warm touch of the divine feminine energy. A mother's embrace. And embody this energy. Keep it at your core and allow it to permeate through your life. Amen.
I love ending it with amen. Of all the things for you to end it with.
Woman.
Oh!
That is our new thing.
A woman.
Oh, I love that. I love that so much.
A woman.
Join our cult.
Join our cult.